Hello friends, welcome. In this video, I'm going to convert the movie list from class component in the function component and also the app component. And if we go in the movie list, here we have the movie list, the class component, and is very easy. It's the same we did with a movie card, but the app.js, as you can see, here we have the state, and we have this component did mount lifecycle method, which we don't have in the function component. And also we have the function. Also here we had another function and all of that work. Let's start first with the movie list because it's more easy. We need to remove the component because we don't need. Let's say const movie list, and this is going to be equal to the function. Okay, we don't need the render. Also, sorry, remove the render. And here we have these props movies, but with a function we can get the props in here, or we can say distraction the movies directly by saying movies, and down there also call the movies like this. Save, come here and refresh. Everything is working correctly. Very good. Well, that's it for the movie list. Now let's get started with the app.js. And here we have the hard part of this video. Now we have a state, component did mount, and so on. So I'm going to select all and I'm going to comment and start from scratch here. So when we create a function component, we say const the name. In this case, is going to be app. Is going to be with equal to the function. And down there, we need to export. Export default and say app here. Okay. We need to import the movie list. So let's copy that and add it up here. And we need the state here. We need the movies, show movies, and search input. Now, if you go to the React documentation and the basic hooks, here we have this use state. For function component, we need to use the use state hook. And this use state hook returns a stateful value and also a function to update this value. So when the function is rendered, this state is what we put in the initial state here. Okay. And whenever we need to update this state, we call the set state, and the new state we add in here is going to be the same, this state. So let's start with our state, which have movies, show movies, and the search input. So inside the body of the function, we need to say now const, and first we need to import that use state hook from React. So import use state from React, and now let's say movies and also set movies, which is going to be use state, and the initial value is going to be an empty array. Okay, so what we have here, initial value, an empty array, and we set right now movies is empty array. Okay, let's do the same thing for the show movies. So const show movies and set show movies and equal to the use state. The initial value now is going to be false. Also, we have the last one, which is the input, search input. So const search input, and set search input is going to be an empty string here. Okay, that's it for the state. Now we need this component did mount, which we don't have in the function component, but we have a hook called useEffect, and we are going to use this one. And this, here we have some examples. You can go and read more about the useEffect hook. Okay, this useEffect hook takes two arguments. The first is going to be a callback function, you can see here, and the second is going to be an array of dependencies. So an array of dependencies can be the prop or the state we have in our function component. So the state is what we have here, or the prop we get. Or if we leave it empty, the array, so we don't add nothing, because this useEffect is going to call whenever we run whenever this is going to be rendered, the function component is rendered, that is going to call the useEffect. And if we leave empty the array, it's going to call for the first time, and that's one. Okay. In our case, so when we need to use that useEffect to get the data from the API, and when we get data for the API is the first time, and we need to do that once. So we need to add an empty array, and that is going to be good for us. It's going to call for the first time, and that's it. So let's first import the useEffect here from React, useEffect, and let's use not that hook, useEffect, and this is going to be, the first is the callback function, the second is an array of dependencies. Now, if I just say here console log, I'm going to say console log and use effect called like this. If I save and let's go to the browser, inspect console, we see useEffect called. Okay, so when this application is rendering, we call the app.js, and when this app.js is rendered, this useEffect is going to render. And we add an empty array here, so it's going to call only for the first time. Now let's copy what we have here, the fetch, and paste inside the function, uncomment this one, and we fetch, we get the API movies, and then we say this state, but in this case we don't have this set state, but we have the set movies, and in here now we need to say API movies. So we updated these movies with the API movies we added here. Okay, and also we need to say show movies to true. We need to change this show movies, and we need to call the set show movies, and we need to say true now, and remove this thing from here. And because we have that, okay, good. Next one, what we have? We have this set, this search movie handler. We to copy that and paste it here. Uncomment and say here const search movie. Okay. Next one we have the render, but we don't need the render in our function. Just I'm going to copy what we have inside the render. So copy all and paste it here. We need to uncomment and work with that. So uncomment that. Okay, we don't need this distraction here because we don't have this state, but we have movies here and also the search input. Okay, so first thing what we have done here is filter the movies, and when that include the search input. So what we have in the search input is right now is the empty one. Okay, and we create this let render movies load in movies, and if show movies is true, we are going to render movies equal to the movie list, and we added the filter movies. Very good. And here is, let's remove that. And if I save, search movies handler, where is this? Okay, yeah, here we have this, but we don't need this here. Save, and if I refresh, we have a unique warning for the key and also invalid DOM property class in the movie cart. So let's go in the movie cart, and here we have this class. We need to say class name because I have copy from. And also I'm going to remove this anchor tag. We don't need that. And let's see if we have class. No. Okay. Close this one. Let's go to the movie list. And also we have class name here. Good. Go and refresh. And now we have this for the warning for the key. But if I see if everything works, lion, and this is not working. And why it's not working? Let's go back. So when we say const search movie handler, we say here this set state, but we don't have that this set state. Instead, we have set search input, and we add the search here. So call the search input, and in here we need to say search. Okay, remove now this set state and save. From here, refresh. And if I search for lion, okay, remove, everything's work as previously. Now that's it about this video. I hope you understand. And if you like, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and see you in the next one. All the best.